I was a site director, I had the opportunity to take the action research, I don't even know what to call it, long-term workshop with Suzanne. And it was really, really valuable. I'd never heard the term action research before, so that was new, a new way of looking at research. I mean, it makes total sense. When I was doing that, right at that time, arts and literacy had just gone through its first real expansion. When I started, there were 7 total teachers and maybe 10 people in a staff meeting at the most, including our director, our program assistant, and our art therapist. Like, we were small. And so early on, everyone always attended every supervision meeting, and everyone was fully a part of every decision and all programming. Everyone had a full voice. So everyone was really invested, really engaged. And when we doubled, it really turned into at least 20 people in our supervision meetings, and we were still following our format, everyone coming together every Friday. And what I noticed, and what other site directors noticed, is that people started to be less engaged in those meetings, and even maybe less invested. They seemed less invested in the program, less a sense of ownership, and it's because there were 20 people in a meeting, and you get a chance to just zone off, or you don't feel like you can be heard because how do you get around to 20 voices? And so that was kind of my problem. I thought, and this is a problem to approach with action research. How can, with this gigantic group of staff, how can we come back to that same sense of intimacy and investment in the program and ownership over everything, and have people that fully invested? And through trial and error and talks and writing, tons of writing, we ended up splitting our meetings. We now have our sites meet. It's site-based. So instead of supervision being the entire team, we just duplicated that model. We split. And so now what happened in that one supervision meeting where the program director met with everyone, now each site director at the site meets with their staff. And so there is more that intimate team again, where you have the site director and their 3 to 6 teachers and homework warriors. And again, everyone has a sense of investment. They're very dedicated, and a lot of ownership over their site and over the program at their site.